player.
Fire.
Ooh, I went spicy on this one, buddy. I went spicy on this one.
Pick
But I'll
no
go last.
Jared
I'll go last.
We pick no Jared Bowen, eh? Anyway,
I choose Jared Bowen, we. Anyway, we'll talk about it. We go talk about it. We go talk about it.
I'll go first, right? And it hurt me
Oh God.
to leave my boy out first.
Ooh, Salah didn't get. Alright, who get?
Salah did not get.
Who get?
Welcome to another episode of the Trifactor podcast.
This podcast is for Trini football piongs and international ones, where we get to discuss all matters of football, both Trini and internationally.
If you are a football fanatic,
This is for you.
if you just stumble upon here by mistake,
Don't worry, God doesn't make mistakes. This is for you.
don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Most importantly, give us your feedback for future content that you might be interested in. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing
Premier League awards. So yeah, fellas, yeah, crazy. Well, not crazy season. The two top teams is the same two top teams. The top six is basically the top six.
Change up 1-2.
The same set of teams.
Some big changes. Some big changes come out. Some big.
Who's it?
United comes second, you know. Like
Yeah.
it's not.
I
It's not.
forget that.
yeah.
I forget
It's not a
that.
small change. It's a big
Yeah.
change. A big change.
Oh, I forget that.
It change a bit.
United, boy. Only team that doing worse than anyway.
The only team where
It's not the only team doing worse than all, yeah? Because it had the rest of teams from 6 straight down.
Well, the only big team then.
the only big team where men still are talks about.
No.
Men still. I had to get them credit.
What's nice is I see Scams laughing. Don't ask me.
Hey,
I like
Listen to me. Listen, you have to understand this, right? Understand something, right? At the end of the day, regardless of what the expectation of Manchester United is, right? That they win. If they do anything else, the whole world against them, right?
I don't know about that.
That's technical.
Like football heritage. Like football
Technical
heritage.
heritage, right?
I know about that. I know about that.
Arsenal. Arsenal heritage is
Yeah.
snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
That's not Spurs. I thought that was Spurs, you know.
No, why I feel the two of them as rivals? Because there was
Okay.
But I'll say two things, right? Raboliticus won 16, say, Rab in season and out of season. So I can't fight them for Rabin, even though they're doing worse now, right?
I had stopped Robin all day.
Right now, I was saying Raboliticus
I
says
stopped
Rab
because
in
I
season
feel
and
sorry.
Rab out of season.
I was feeling sorry for them. That first 2 months of the season, I was like, boy, I like kicking up our potong with
And-
wounds, down to
and the
ears
second-
and pain. It was
And the
wicked.
second thing is, right? I never see fans quiet so until 2 games happen us. Like fans see joy in Arsenal not getting European football. It's like it bring out the joy. Chelsea men was just seeing blue right through us.
No, but
And
I
then
showing you
just come
something.
out.
I honestly, and let me tell you, and I remember this distinctly in like 2015 and when Moyes and Van Gaal was there, right?
Yeah.
That's the time I felt the most love from non-United fans because I was very interested in all United games. They're checking on me, all that kind of thing. You understand? I had to tell them that, fellas, I real appreciate the love, but they're real concerned about my team. I love it. You understand? And I just saw it as good, dog. You understand? Because as I tell all you,
Right.
I tell all you that, right? United throw this away. And the real truth way, the amount of games that they didn't close out, that it is whatever.
United.
The truth way.
What season you talking about?
I didn't think you're talking about the season.
You talking about last season?
I talk about this season too.
Nah, you can't be talking about this season.
I talk about Watchmen.
Nah, you can't be talking about this season.
Watchmen. How much points are through?
Dog.
I don't think Man U throw any points now.
Yes.
It just ain't good.
They drop real points.
They were never in a position to throw away anything.
They drop about 10 points when in games that they should have closed.
I remember Noble throw a penalty to get all the points early in the season.
Come now, man. I am talking about when they realized, wait now. we scrapping with Spurs and Arsenal for that 4th place, boy. Cool. I wonder if you will get through. Like that,
Well,
at that point in
links,
time,
though.
men start coming out and training in vest and rubber slippers because they're training
It's
like
true,
this.
it's true.
They didn't care. right?
Harry Maguire was having some nasty one.
Aram Harry, right? That's how he was moving. That's what was going on there. Men just say, look, boy, you see this? Frick this. Next season for this fellas. Men done. Right? And Arsenal still making it exciting.
Boy, I feel he won with that. I feel we might get a next lockdown if Arsenal come forth. The way men celebrate.
Boy, the Europa League page say welcome Arsenal. Okay, that's
Yeah, them like real rabs. Them like real rabs.
Everybody have banter for Arsenal, but everybody.
Nah,
I
man.
tell you, I
NFC.
swear. That's so much banter. I thought Sevilla was talking about all. I tell you, I see Sevilla say something. I was like, wait, nah, Sevilla talking to why? But nah. I'll give Man credit though. At least unlike the Chelsea man, they never disappear and thing.
Yeah. Chelsea
Man
never disappear also.
Man will get beat up from Brighton, and then next day they're talking. They're ready. So fair enough.
They're talking. Yeah, no game this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
They get it started, fellas.
Everybody just check out.
Young player this season. No, Andrew don't have much thoughts on
Yeah,
this.
this no.
Who young boy?
Let me declare this.
What's
now,
young?
right?
Young is 23 and under, I think.
Let me declare.
Well,
this
there's only
now.
one winner. What the hell is this?
Yeah, at this party season,
Yeah.
awards into transfer season and all that
Yeah.
is my most hated part of the season, right?
Right.
Because I start chopping. There's no actual football to go on, so everybody just think and everybody just looking for something to sell papers now to help with the news, right? So me really, I go in and be not that I don't really care about it because at the end of the day, especially after these awards,
It's ESO Awards, or?
no, it's not ESO
Yes.
awards, right?
Yes.
It's a popularity contest.
Yes.
Right? It's a popularity contest. Because the reality of the situation is the metric does keep changing.
All right, but
It's
this
not
is
no
not.
metric.
Hey,
It's not
but this
no
is
metric.
us. But this is our awards. This is not us
Yeah.
reviewing them awards.
No.
You're not reviewing what their official rewards is. We're talking about what we think.
We could come with an ironclad case. And men will say, nah, you're wrong. Think, and we'll shift the metric. Like the other day I see a stat.
Oh boy.
With this pass to Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi was the first player to create 200 assists. I said, well, what the Morocco is this? They're gonna create an award for that just now. Watch and see, right?
Messi in La Liga this year was terrible though.
No,
League One, yeah.
League One, right?
Good.
Right? And again,
I mean, I can't say that. I ain't watch, so I don't really know how bad. Obviously, he ain't have no numbers.
He wasn't good.
I don't know. How you know that? Yes, watch.
Horse,
Yeah.
I watch
Yes,
him
watch.
now.
All
I
right.
watch about 5 games.
there are a few games that
Right.
I watch,
I watch
especially
him
like,
Marseille game for sure when
Last year?
Saliba locked down Mbappe. Yeah.
yeah.
I watch a few PSG games before they get knocked out of Champions League. And then I was like, I did.
And he ain't playing. And he ain't playing good. He ain't playing.
I mean,
Oh,
he ain't scoring.
He ain't
yeah,
scoring.
He assists a few.
in that Champions League game, they get knocked out. Modric run down the man, strip the ball from him and go on. And
Modric do that to KDB. Modric real fit, boy. Anyway,
that's it.
young player, guys. Young
What are you
player.
arguing that for?
It cannot argue. Just say what you
I know.
think.
It's Trent. If it's 23 and under, it's Trent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Very
Cannot
good.
know.
So are they. Trent.
I
Right. So I gonna be spicy.
Yeah.
Or you gonna be as a madman. Whatever you say, the ship
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I gonna be
Go ahead.
spicy, right?
Yeah.
You see Trent and Foden, right? I'm not putting them in my young player award.
Okay.
I'm not putting
Why,
them
why?
in.
Why?
Because
Why?
it's too easy. It's too easy. Right?
So,
So I have three other people,
Yes, no.
right? 3 other people
Yes,
that I'm
no.
gonna call
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to be biased and name Saka as my young player of the year.
Yeah, we know.
Right?
You know.
I'm gonna put Gallagher as number 2 and I'm gonna put Declan Rice as number 3. Anyway,
Wait.
How young is Declan Rice?
23.
What?
Okay, I didn't know that.
Unless
I didn't know that.
You have that on. You should have that on that 23, right?
Let me make sure.
Yeah, I ain't put so much thought into it because I don't know. I find the young player of the year
23
thing.
January
Yeah,
14, 1999.
I find the young player of the year conversation is kind of shit.
Well, let me just
Yeah,
move
so-
past it. Let me
so,
just
no,
say
that-
that move past it.
Yeah, but this was showing you, right?
Yeah.
The same thing that you're talking about. You're not going and go for the obvious, right?
Yeah.
So why you're going to use our methodology for all the other awards?
I just gonna be spicy though. Anyway,
Convenient stupidness. This is what is getting mad, boy. This is why I hate with this.
no, let me see. Player or manager first, boy.
Go manager. Go manager. Go manager. Go
Let me get the
manager.
nominees.
Nah,
Manager
but
of this
it's your
season.
nominees.
Well, yeah.
Wait, you go.
Andre,
you go now. Say.
you go first now, Andre.
You want me
You
go first?
now.
Well, I was thinking harder and a bit spicy. I think Conte is the manager this season.
Okay.
And my reason for that is, so first of all, my criteria for manager this season. So it's not winning. Everybody can't really win. It was only a few teams could really contest winning.
Why would the Lord be Pep, right?
Right. And then it's not, I think, so like people was talking about Moyes last year and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So I look at what I think the squad is capable of. What was the situation that the manager started the season with? And then relative to that, how well they've done in this season. So it was close. So my number 2 is really Potter, because so I'll give Potter this quick blind here. Brighton does actually play real good us, right?
They do play real good football.
Like not even like kind of good. They actually play like real good.
They play.
But
They play probably. I know the respected club. They play probably the second best football in the league.
You know, yeah, I could agree with that.
Very watchable, yes.
But it's dog. When you look at their attackers, they have the most men that is unscored goals per season or whatever. Like that is the worst players I ever see, right?
Gross, March, Morpé, Welbeck.
Right? So the fact that them could still end up, 10th or wherever they at right now. Yeah. Anyway, but that's a side shout. But Conte, dog, I can't stress enough how much I've been bad talking Spurs defense for years, right?
Yeah.
That is the biggest group of unserious defenders. So you have Ben Davies, who you getting something out of now. Yeah. Sanchez, who is absolutely the worst defender I've ever seen, but he's get benched now.
Yeah.
He's get benched now. Dyer, who is come on, man. Right? So they buy Romero. That was a big signing.
Real good signing.
But the fact that them three as a unit have somehow been able to not leak goals like they used to before.
Yeah. Man, Royal looking like a star against Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's just Arsenal, though.
And then truth be told, so in my view, the Premier League actually has probably gotten a little worse in terms of competitiveness, because them top 2 so much better than everybody now. Like they way so like this they start to drift into the region of like Real Barca versus the rest of the league, or Bayern Munich against the rest of the league. So it's gotten a little worse in terms of, well, not everybody really could compete for the top 2. Yeah. So it's really competing for 3 and 4, right? And truthfully, that Spurs team, I forget the man's name or kind of thing more fierce. The man was look like what's his name? Previous coach.
Nuno Santos.
Espirito Santo. Nuno Holy Spirit.
That team that Nuno leave there, the mental state that was in. Harry Kane was coming to play back. What?
You say Nuno leave them men in that state, boy?
Yeah, don't blame Nuno, man.
You're wicked, boy.
Wait. You telling me you telling me it didn't get worse with Nuno?
Hey, I believe Nuno wasn't brave enough to play his back three, and was bowing to the pressure, and it just didn't work, and they sacked him, though.
No, you telling me it didn't get worse under Nuno?
Come on. That like you have sepsis or something, and you only work at that, and then you blame the paramedic. You blame the paramedic for not taking it. It was done in set.
Nuno got a chance. One, he got a chance, Andre.
Be fair to Nuno, man.
And 2, Harry Kane was not coming to work us.
He was mentally out. He checked out. He was just
listen to me. Sorry, maybe I should not have said Nuno. I didn't say Nuno caused all the problems. I say the state of the team when Nuno leave
No. You say Nuno leave a mess.
So Nuno leave a mess. When
He's
he left,
not wrong. He's not wrong.
hey,
Nuno
I
was thrown out.
didn't say Nuno create the mess. I didn't
I'm
say
waiting.
Nuno left a mess, right? So, and let me finish my point there, right? He left a mess because, right, evidently them men, when they see him in training, they were like, "Oh, who's this man? I don't trust this man. I'm not playing for this man." So them
Are
men
we in the
definitely,
matrix?
them men definitely down tools after. So I think the whole summer, the build up of what was going to happen, and think Jose gone. I think so. It had some players that was willing to play for Jose, Harry Kane being one, and then it had the players who, yeah, for sure, Harry Kane had a season.
Yeah, but I don't think that the reason, the man head was turned. Besides, wanted to pay for things. The man wanted to go City.
No, hold on. I think sure, but I think it's more to do with not only am I not going City, but only hire Nuno for me to play under. I think so. Because
the chicken or the egg, which one comes first? I think he wanted to go City and just vex though.
I have never seen. Look, Harry Kane is a Spurs player, so this man is used to underachieving.
The man was walking around like Tiger Woods with Gary Neville talking about I want to win, dog. The man was ready to go, dog.
I never see Harry Kane down tools like I see.
The man told Gary Neville, "I am ready to win."
It is. Yeah. I think it's a mix of both.
Yeah.
And this is why I say the mess in Spurs was primarily due to Levy, right?
Maybe.
Levy.
All I'm saying is, so just remember, the conclusion is, considering what Conte walked into, considering what that team was, very good purchases by Spurs. I had to give them credit. So I think, did they hire the director of football after Jose too?
Nah, he was
mid-season. I think he
was in between. So they bring him in.
So that combo working, right? So that director of football with Conte and they work together before and thing.
Yeah.
So them two, they make 3 signings that are real crucial. 2 of them in particular. So you see Bentancur, dog. That changes that team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I calling him. He's the best one because he make my team of the year too. But Bentancur, him in particular, because when you see what it used to be before in Højbjerg and Winks and Jesus Christ, right? When you see what it was before, and then you see, all right, once they're able to drop Sanchez from the team, I can't believe Ben Davies, he actually getting something out of him.
True.
And then Kulu changed it up front because, right, for all the, what's the name? Lucas is basically Ollie Watkins in midfield, right? Israel, expected energy, expected vibes. At the end of it all, dog, what you really do? What you really do? So
what's now? Kulu, and I use this in a bad way. Kulu so basic. Is that he run past you and touch. Well, I'm saying basic in a bad way. The man game is so simple and yet it's so effective.
Yeah.
So far.
He remind me of Goran Pandev is who he remind me of. That's what Pandev used to be like.
You would know more than me, so I wouldn't disagree.
Listen, this is what I used to be vexed with Pandev playing over Balotelli back in the day, right? I watch him Pandev and it's like, what is man doing though? Just regular thing, but yeah, it's effective. Let's keep the ball moving, keep the team clicking. So I get Conte the props for even being in this fight because I thought Spurs was definitely going to be fighting for their life to be top 10. When I see what Harry was on, I remember talking about it like for multiple weeks. This man coming to work bareback, right? Because that man definitely was coming out here, barely running, barely trying to link, barely passing, all kind of thing. And then obviously that affects Son, that affects everybody. And they had Harry Winks playing dog. I can't stress enough. I just hate on Scott McTominay, but all they haven't heard me talk about Harry Winks. If he starts playing again,
Harry Winks is a terrible player. Basic as they come.
I didn't want to say no more.
But and he's not even effective. Anyway.
Yeah. All right.
McTominay on steroids. So are they?
Nah.
He's McTominay on steroids. The man real basic dog. The man is one of the most vanilla footballers ever was. Anyway, go ahead, man.
With all due respect,
I can't even give him that pips.
All due respect to Scott. Right? With all due respect to Scott. I would think that steroids make you better, right?
Right? So he takes Scott McTominay basicness and he on steroids with it, dog. He was.
I guess
Boss.
It's a negative. It's a negative. If you multiply
It's
negative
negative.
numbers, get more
If
negative.
you
man,
multiply
no?
by negative, it does go
Nah.
down, right?
Yeah. When you multiply,
with all due respect to Scott,
you get more negative. More negative.
Get more negative was. So anyway, what's your margin this season though?
now I will give them. I would agree with those two because I mean, yeah, they'll not just watch what our manager has achieved, but also what he has been expected to achieve, right?
Yeah.
Because, all right, dog, everybody can win, everybody can qualify for Europe. Certain things are expected, and if our team don't meet that metric, it'll be like, right, you failed, whatever, right? Graham Potter has been consistent and quiet. Winning business,
Well, you remember Brighton before this, man?
Yeah.
winning business.
Well, you remember what Brighton used to
But-
be before this, man?
But I still don't like what to do Chris Heaton. Anyway.
Of
go
course,
ahead.
of course, of course.
Nah. That was.
You're not. Well, we already know what that is.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
already
yeah.
know what that is.
Sorry, Finn.
Right?
Sorry, Finn.
Yeah,
Good.
but the change that Conte has brought, I mean, anybody, if they want to lie for free, could say that they didn't expect that change, honestly. Because he is, and as I said when it had the debate if they should go for Sakule and take Conte at that time, and I was like, I know Conte going to get much more out of these players than Ole, for sure, because he is that
He's
good.
a coach. He's a coach. Yeah.
He that good. He will say, right, okay, see this chippiness or there. You, because some
He
men in the
play.
right way.
He not go and play.
He go and squeeze every last drop out of them, man.
Yeah.
Right?
You don't play 11 Elangers everywhere.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
man running.
Yeah. You run. You understand? So, I mean, you can't really fault it. But I mean, I don't know. Coming into a firefight situation, he has done very, very well.
It was.
So, I mean, yeah, I could live with that. But again, Potter also deserves a lot more credit. But I could live with them two names. But again, everybody will have their reasons. Everybody will have a thing. Not every coach could say, boy, I jumping out 100 million this year.
True.
Next season, yeah, what? Next 100 million. There we go. You understand?
Yeah.
And let you see how it goes. Not everybody could do that. And these men are making what they do and being effective. I could live with that. So yeah.
Right. Cool.
So yeah, we'll say.
Right. I'm gonna go spicy again with my manager of the season. Pep Guardiola. My manager of the season, Pep Guardiola.
No, that is
I'll tell you why though. I'll tell you why.
That is
Let me hear
vanilla. Let me hear
No.
this.
I have
Only
one reason
think
why I
about-
say no, but go ahead.
Think
That is
about how many injuries in the backline Pep had. Diaz was injured a lot. Stones was injured a lot. The only man who was a stalwart there was Laporte. Right? Kyle Walker was in and out. He was fiddling with Walker and who's the next man, boy? Putting Cancelo there, putting Zinchenko on the left.
Yeah.
Pep backline was in and out. The only
Right.
strong part of Pep in midfield. The man had no strikers, right? The man by Rata and Grealish, right? I threw down for Andre.
Fair enough. Nah, the man flop.
No, but I think Grealish, either he adapted that system or
Or he
Pep
against
find a way,
You have no choice but to adapt. You
Either you adapt or you get so.
because all them short touches, that is not Grealish like space to attack and beat a man and then you know. Right, so the man did not buy a striker. Well, he was, as we see, he was waiting on Haaland, right?
Right.
The man
he wasn't
get
waiting.
goals out of everybody somehow. The plus minus in the goal difference is ridiculous. Pep squeeze everything out of the team, and that's why he's my manager this season. Because he had shortfalls and he still compensated for it. I thought when they lost against Real, they might have capitulated a little bit. No, they come out and Sam boys. Pep gets spicy. Everybody love Liverpool.
Yeah, you had enough.
Everybody-
You had enough. You had enough.
Right?
That was good energy. That was
I like that energy. So
That's what it's all
for
about.
me, that's why Pep is my man this season. Second is club, and third was Conte for me.
Alright, but look at what Zwadi said earlier about. Alright, start of the season. Said earlier there about at the beginning of the season, what was the expectation for City and Pool? Alright, so even if Pep didn't sign Grealish,
The expectation was there.
what was the expectation?
You want to tell me a side like that who
for
and
what's
complete
supposed to
Mount
happen in
bench?
City? And
How much
hold on,
defenders it
who
have?
else they signed other than Grealish? Is this Grealish this year?
So just Grealish.
Or they beef up somewhere else too?
I didn't even take it on. Nah, it was just Grealish really.
So the credit I was gonna give Pep credit for Cancelo's season.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
I will say, I don't know if Oli even know this, but Cancelo actually played for Inter for a while, right? And Cancelo, just like Tellers and all these men, when they were at Inter, you kind of start seeing their real basic side too. So seeing what Pep is getting out of Cancelo in left back, right back, underlapping, in midfield, all kind of thing is impressive, what he's been able to do there. And right, I don't want to discredit the work that is, all right, I've defended Pep before. People very much underestimate how hard it is to do what he's doing. Year on year, to have a bunch of egos playing in this identity, learning this new style of football kind of thing. Fine. But if I start from the perspective of, all right, in this league, where in my opinion, they are levels above everybody, because when they were practicing in the gym, when they were building, when City and Liverpool were, all right, let me start ground zero here and build what we're going to have, right? And I'm saying ground zero, City, Mancini had win and thing, right? But let me start this project wherever. Everybody else was doing shippiness around them. Right?
City plan Pep.
Respectfully, Manchester United do real shippiness in that period of time.
City plans for 2 years before Pep.
Spurs do real shippiness in that time. Arsenal do real shippiness in that time.
Well, you know that.
Well,
And then what Chelsea? So who Chelsea had before Tuchel? Oh yeah, Chelsea was mixing and playing, right? Sarri and Lampard, and right, they're playing around. Okay, in that time, yeah, these men have taken it very, very serious clubs, right? So that at the start of the season, it will literally take half of their team to be injured for the rest of the league to compete. Honestly, right? It will take half the men being out for it to even really be, you know what? It's close, neck and neck.
Yeah.
Right now, was it 20 points?
Yeah. The men break 90 for about the third season straight, you know.
Let me see this table there.
84 and 88 was used to be good enough to win, you know.
There's 20 points between first and third.
Come on. The men the metrics, come on.
So
the men have no choice.
The only reason why I'll be like, you know what? Not to discredit him at the same time, because I absolutely believe if you swap out Pep and they put like Tuchel there or something, people think Tuchel real good, right? They put Tuchel in Pep's spot, City is not going to be dominated by no damn 20 points. So I don't want to understate what Pep is doing. But at the same time, all right, dog.
It's expected that he should do a little bit.
You add 100 mil. You add 100 mil, man, on top of that. Man who had double digits assists and goals, I think, last season and all this thing. Yeah. That was supposed to be an upgrade on Raheem on the left. You're supposed to put Raheem in the middle and get the goals, or Foden step forward further and blah, blah, blah. None of those things really happened.
And instead,
it was a copy of last season where it was basically throughout the season a different player step up at different times to save how they go in now. Bernardo had a little spot this season at the beginning.
Yeah, when everybody was injured at first, Bernardo was the man.
KDB have a run after the break now. After Christmas, he having a run now. Gabriel Jesus starts scoring goals out of nowhere for the
because he get threatened to go Arsenal. So you see now, boy.
Rodri scoring bullet from 40 yards.
That man better leave City. Anyway, go ahead. Gabriel Jesus.
Anyway.
Go Arsenal, boy.
Yeah.
No. I keep saying it. It don't matter where he goes.
Just leave.
Leave that side, please.
The man say, boy, Gabby.
That man will go mad. Trust me.
You have a role on the wing.
They tell him
No,
by
he does
Gabi boy,
not.
Gabi,
As
you
scams
gotta
will
go
say,
out.
he have a rule on the cross. Jesus have a rule on the cross. Is what it will say.
No, he doesn't.
That's it. See, Gabi, you gotta send your Arsenal. What? Man, Salah just score. I could do this. I could do this.
Let's go and do his celebration.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Pep is still my manager, I see.
All right.
Yeah, we can.
Player of the season.
Ooh, I went spicy on this one, buddy. I went spicy on this one.
Pimping
But I'll go
no
last.
Jared
I'll go last.
We pick no Jared Bowen, eh? Anyway,
I choose Jared Bowen, we. Anyway, we'll
Us.
talk about it. We go
Nah!
talk about it. We go talk about it.
I'll go
itself.
first.
All right, go ahead.
I'll go first, right? And it hurt me
Oh, God.
to leave my boy out first.
Ooh, Salah didn't get it. All right, who get it?
Salah did not get it.
Who get it? Son.
Son got it.
All right.
Because while he did not start good, he kept Tottenham afloat. He kept Tottenham afloat enough. Right? I say he like it's a one-man game, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And in the end here, they're talking about clutch. I ain't gonna say KDB, only KDB because KDB didn't do enough this season, right? I don't think he did enough.
I hit it on KDB in this segment. I'm going to hit on him for once. But go ahead.
I don't think great player, didn't do enough. He was injured a lot, didn't do enough. Son,
No more kidding.
literally carry Tottenham over the line. I don't know what
Son literally dropped me out of the 50K in FPL.
I remember I didn't know why you
picked.
picked the man, boy.
I thought I could hold on for a little bit. Trouble. Go ahead.
Yeah, Son, like literally was the difference, right? While my boy Saka, I don't know what happened. He probably tired, old enough, man.
Yeah, but he still make short list though.
Who?
Saka didn't make short list.
For player this season, I don't think so. Maybe
Yeah,
young
I think he did.
Yes, he did. He did.
On the official one.
He did. He made
Oh,
it. And
not
Saka make it?
Not the young one. Not the young player, the actual player.
Yeah, this season.
Okay.
I think he
Right?
made both. But anyway, but yeah,
Oh,
Saka,
why-
he did okay.
Nah, Saka's been good,
Yeah,
though.
wait.
Saka's been good.
Yeah,
I am
I know,
not
but
saying no. I am not
He
saying
fade in the
no.
clutch, boy. He fade
I
in
am
the
not
clutch.
saying no.
To me, it's
Okay.
too much for the youth man, boy. It's too much for the youth man. Anyway,
Oh.
I go
right,
talk about all it
Saka.
too.
What's that?
I go talk about all it too. Arsenal too.
Right, so my son, right? Salah, I ain't know, boy. That ain't real, bro. I want the man get all the money, boy. But where is, bro?
After that AFCON, boy.
But I
Where
tell
you
you
at?
that.
It's probably since semi-final in AFCON, boy.
Boy, where the man at? I don't know.
Too much already riding on the man nuts. That's what happening.
No, I always on my boy corner. But they say since he celebrates a certain pagan holiday.
Ooh, you
they
should
say
not do that.
That's what Twitter say. I don't know if it's true. And
Big on holidays, that way.
anyway, and third, my third pick is real spicy. CR7.
Let me hear this.
But that's just an honorable mention. It don't
Honorable mention. Let me hear this.
matter. Yeah. I mean, the man scored goals. Sorry.
That's madness. All right.
Madness
It don't
is
matter. It don't matter. So I pay me. Yes, what they.
Right, so
Let's see.
this is a perfect example of why I say it does end up being a popularity contest because the consistency was real bafflement now, boy. Right?
Yeah.
Because they had to like a man to be fair to him. Right?
Right.
Okay.
A man make the short list with 11 goals. Right? A next man make it with 9. A next man make it with 12. Right? You leave off a man with 16. You leave off a
Me?
man with 8.
No,
I'm
you're talking about the official. You're talking
I'm
about the official.
talking about the official shortlist, right? You leave
Okay.
off a man with 16. You
Alright.
leave off a man with 18. You understand?
Yeah.
You leave off men, right? That, as we say, everybody can win the league title, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But you're starting to wonder, what is really is the criteria for men to get picked? You understand?
I disagree with you on this one.
No, I expect that, right?
No, I disagree with you on this one. Go ahead.
Yeah, I see. Understand what I'm saying, right? On simple metrics, right? Saka get through. I not vexed with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then CR7 I get through for whatever reason, right?
No, we'll talk.
Kane I get through, and I watch me. I doesn't really even like to acknowledge the great English hope Kane. I doesn't really take him on, right? Right. CR7 was the only man who get 2 Player of the Month awards in the season, right?
Yeah.
Game week shortlist. No scene.
Okay.
Cool. Right? I mean, out of the box picks, like Trent and Cancelo, you could understand because them men really find a position. And they are the best at their position in the world. Right? They just have to be playing in the same league with the two teams that head and shoulders above everybody else. I have vexed with that so much, right? Cool. But then you say, nah, it's not everything. The goals that he scores is not everything. Okay, no scene. Bowen get a pick. No scene. Bowen was probably as influential for West Ham as CR7 was for United, right?
Right.
Say again.
Bowen was probably as influential for West Ham
You're right.
as CR7 was for United, right?
You're right.
Right?
I have a problem there.
Why?
What I'll lay for go ahead, finish your point. Finish your points. I don't want to interrupt you.
Right? Me saying he should necessarily get it. But it's the same inconsistency that make Aguero never get. You understand?
Boy? You're preaching no, boy.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
This
Be
is what I
careful.
don't like. This is what I don't
So
like.
be careful
Only
because
what I really value, you see, Golden Boot, you can't finesse that so much. It's number, right? Yeah. What? It's not no. Well, this. It's not no. Well, boy,
Gareth Bale, one player of the year already with 7 goals there.
It's a friend thing.
so
You don't have to like somebody to be fair to them, though.
all right. So your
Wait,
point.
are they done in us? Are they done?
Wait, game done?
I done. Like my
Who's
that
the
my stance.
player?
But who's your player though? Who's your
Is
player?
it player?
My player is I would say Son. Son deserves
Right,
it all wrong.
okay.
Based on in terms of not just his impact on holding his team together to have them competitive, but in terms of his output, everything when things was real dire.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Because Tottenham didn't have that easy season this season, right? But on that and that's the reason I give Son is because Son on the short list, right? If CR7 was on that short list, it would be a harder discussion for me.
More than
Right?
Son.
Yeah, because I mean, let's be real. In terms of output, Son ahead of him.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Son ahead of him, right? Son also coming down to the end of the season when Conte came in, right? Kane started to take some of that pull stone load off him, right?
But Son was banging though.
And that's what I'm saying. He was toting that side, but he started to get help coming down in the latter part of the season.
But who fault
Right.
is that?
And I'm not saying it's nobody's fault, and that's why I said it would be a harder discussion for me, right? But the fact of the matter is, I have no problem with Son getting it, right? But the short list to me don't make sense. It don't make sense.
It's hard to justify in terms of like.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get
how
a
to choose
man,
it.
a man who, on a team that comes 6, you can't necessarily get him player this season, but he should be on the short list.
You could if you have 100 goals.
Well,
no,
all right.
you know
But
what
he
I
didn't score
mean.
100,
You know what I
right?
mean. You know what I mean. Now.
Golden
Alright,
Boot battling.
so
with
when they
come on,
So when did they publish the shortlist?
last week.
So was that before Arsenal Jackass is seen this weekend or whatever? Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So I agree with your point overall. And I will lean into it further and say it is absolutely white people business, right? These awards and thing, they want to thing and give Harry Kane is the savior in English football. Well, fine. I agree. All right. I disagree with comparing, somebody like Cristiano not making a short list, comparing that to Kun Aguero. Because one is objectively ridiculous, and the other one is, well, nah, you could see it. Because, all right, whether or not you want to admit it, This is not even about me disliking Cristiano. Just to be clear.
Yes, yes,
That is
sure.
especially, because of that.
No, I'm gonna be clear. Okay. So
Oh.
I don't even know if I really dislike Cristiano himself. I think I dislike the conversations around Cristiano is what I really hate. Right? What I hate is the dishonesty about how Cristiano is spoken about, either for or against. So it just makes it makes him a ridiculous person to have in football, just like Jose. That's why, as much as I like to defend him sometimes, whatever, it's like, you know what? I need this man out of here, so I don't have to think about him anymore.
Yeah, but you don't defend Cristiano, dog. So you can't say this safely.
Listen to me. I'm in another chat where I've been defending Cristiano.
Nah,
Anyway.
you're lying. You're too lying.
But okay, you gotta be honest with yourself about Cristiano this season. All right, the man basically scored in streaks. He would have nothing hat trick, nothing double, nothing hat trick. All right, then 1-1, 2, nothing injury, whatever, right? Okay, hold on. No, well, don't bring up KDB because I have something for KDB too.
Yeah.
So gotta be fair about it with all right, but not only was he not scoring, the problem with Cristiano this season is all right, the man is 37 years old in the first place. In the second place, Manchester United wasn't well coached. So in the third place, what I end up looking like is a 37-year-old man with the ego of Cristiano that the players are trying to, we need to play for Cristiano. So you have a man
call it in the beginning a bottleneck.
Right? So you have a man who, for the most part, the man was stinking it up, dog. So there were weeks upon weeks of the banter on Twitter from Manchester United fans slandering the man. And it's like, I watching it, I'm not joining in the slander, but I'm like, yeah, but they're right. They're right. This whole game is stunk. Which,
you know the thing is,
how you gonna, so, here's what I like.
The games that he didn't play, nobody raised the hand and say, I go in and stand up. And that's why he had to play.
So I'll say to you, that will be like, so me trying to just focus on the wins of Cristiano will be like me focusing on Trump passing the CARES Act. Right? So you pass one thing, that means, Donald Trump had a real good presidency for me or whatever. It don't change if I take a step back, what is my view? All right, I take a step back. My view of what Cristiano do for this season, dog, he stat pad a little bit, right? Credit to him for doing the stat pad because some of it was actually spectacular, right? So the Tottenham game in particular stands out as, dog, that was a magnificent performance, right? Not just the goals all around play, best 3 goals, fine. But then some of the games were so bad, dog. Anyway, some of the games was terrible. That's how I was saying to you. To where, no, I could fully understand why in the conversation for best player, okay, you have to look past the stats in that case. You have to look at the stats and say good numbers, but dog, in general, your performance was terrible. In general. So that's him. You bring up KDB, dog. My opinion on KDB is shifting, is sinking fast. I'll be honest. So, all right, I think about
11 goals.
This could be me getting old. This could be me getting old, right? I feel like big players are protagonists in big games. And I hate to talk about big game player. I hate to say, he's not a big game player and he's a big game player.
Why, boy?
Because I find that's kind of reductionist as well because plenty games is big games, right? Like, if you need to win, like Arsenal last game there, where they needed to win.
Yeah.
Right? That was a big game.
It was a big game, right? Right? That was a big game. But there are big games.
Right,
like against Liverpool.
All right, but I'm saying, so what I want to...
Chelsea. He does score against Chelsea, though. Sorry.
I want to qualify, so I'm not trying to say KDB doesn't play good against big teams. But I find when I'm looking at him, basically there is no... He is almost like the prototype of this is what comes out of system football, essentially. And this is my criticism of system football, basically. The level there is no next level that he could tap into. He plays this level, is good, it's very good. He plays this level. But when there's a game where, all right, Real Madrid, things are turning sour, how can this game be swung the other way? Where the hell was KDB? And it's not the only time. A lot of times this season where there were these games where it's just like, this is not just a big team game. This is a very crucial game for Manchester City right now. What is Kevin doing? He's being good. He's being himself. It's a nice, dangerous looking cross that everybody swear they never see Lampard and Stevie G do ever in their whole life. Right? He hit a cross that cool and oh yeah boy, that pass. Right. Fine. But then what is there next level? And that is it sounds ridiculous saying because obviously he's had spectacular performances and win games and things like that too. But more and more, just seeing of him, basically he is spoken about as if he is this talismanic player. But I don't really think he is. I think he's a solid player that in the context of what system football looks like, that is the only thing you could pin on him as, oh, he's a star type of thing, but he's not really that kind of player. So where, I hate to say it, it's almost like he's overrated. Which is the most ridiculous part of what I'm saying, but it's almost like he's overrated.
Yeah, nah.
No.
You're being too harsh.
No.
You're being too harsh.
Let me be devil's advocate here. Right?
No.
Let me be devil's advocate here.
All right.
Let me be devil's advocate here. You're saying,
And hold on, just make sure you understand something. Notice in all of this, I ain't talking about goals and assists. Because I'm not a stats. Oh, the stats is what defines the man type of thing.
Stats and
what I'm saying is
for me, it's the other, right? For me, it's the performance and numbers.
The performance should correlate to the numbers. The eye test should correlate to the numbers, shouldn't it? Unless you're talking about a player like Mbeno or somebody who just getting yourself in positions and you don't see it.
Mr. Post.
There are players like Iniesta. His numbers are not going to bear out what he did for a team and how much of his play leads to chances and goals.
I remember Chris threw Gareth Bale 61 goals from Madrid and say better than Zidane. I was like, dog, what are you talking?
So, but that's the thing. So I just always talk about players. First, I'm talking about performance and what is my view of their impact on the team and games and things. Mm-hmm. And then, I agree with you, Zwadi. If a player really is excellent, the numbers are also going to show some of that excellence. Now, it may not end up being Salah numbers and all kind of shit like that, but it will still end up showing some kind of numbers that, that's not normal. This person is good. Mm-hmm. But that is not the summary of the man because there's more to it than that, right? So, anyway, sorry. So, be a devil's advocate there on KDB is overrated.
My devil's advocate point is this simply, right? Is it really that he is a very good component of an excellent machine, making it seem as if he is world class? Because if you go and look at the things, he does some things. I have heard Kevin De Bruyne being described as a man who just could line on a beach and then just take control of the game like a man. He just get off of the beach here, go in the water, take a swim and come back. Right? That's how they describe him. And I just be like, okay. I don't think he does bend time and space like that. I don't know if it was me just hating because it's not for my team or something. As I say, I try to be fair to men, right? There are certain men, even though there's no like Henry, right? I would have never defend. I will defend Henry and Aguero like if them as United players because I see them and I say, yeah, dog, them men, yeah, different. I will defend them like if they play for my team, right?
Same as Harry Kane for me.
Harry Kane. I just defend Harry Kane too. He's actually very underrated.
But let me say something about thing.
About who? KDB?
KDB.
Okay.
left foot,
Okay.
right foot.
Okay.
Technical ability in terms of control, passing,
Yeah.
and shooting is otherworldly.
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 Find this
Is-
world
is
getting like
K-
Donald
is-
Trump.
Is
This getting
KDB
like Donald
better?
Trump. They're just
Is
talking
KDB
Wait,
better
wait,
than?
that all
wait,
time.
wait,
Why is
wait.
this?
Hey,
Why is this?
hey, my
Let
boy,
me make
my
the
boy.
point first. Let me
Hey, my
make the
boy, my boy.
point
Let me ask this
first.
question. Let me ask this
Let me
question
make the
before you
point first.
before you finish too hard. Before you finish, is KDB better than Seedorf?
In terms of left foot, right foot,
Would you say KDB is a better footballer than Clarence Seedorf? And then, as a result of that question, how come people don't view Clarence Seedorf in the same bracket that they talk about KDB?
I wonder.
no.
Because Clarence Seedorf have left
wait,
foot, right foot. He can play
wait,
all positions, crosses,
wait,
bullet.
wait,
Go ahead.
wait.
Gain everything.
No, I never see. No, Clarence Seedorf, bullet. Yeah, Clarence Seedorf, dynamic, running with the ball. What would?
You never see it?
Wait,
Oh,
no,
you're saying that
no,
you think
wait,
you know.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the things I know. I've never seen Clarence Seedorf, left foot, right foot, pick intricate passing. I've never seen it. I never say he never do it. Wait,
Okay.
I have never known. I would never say Seedorf is a great passer. I don't know,
All right.
right?
All right.
I know you can't stop him when you run with the ball and don't let him hit a pipe, right?
Okay.
But I've never seen Clarence Seedorf make intricate passes, left foot, right foot, anytime.
All right.
Now,
You sure
I never
was?
said I could go back and watch highlights.
All right.
I'm not going to say it right.
It's actually recent history for again, you know. When the man was playing, this him and Dino used to be doing their fancy thing together, you know.
As a football fan, I will go back and look. But KDB's, as I say, control, passing, and shooting with both feet, I have never, maybe Santic as well, but not to the same level. Sedan, but me. Sedan.
You see where we're
No,
Yes,
but
I
I try not justify.
Yeah.
You're trying to
Only man-
justify stupid.
Right.
That's what you're You're going to extreme to justify something.
No,
though.
no,
You
no.
know how
Here's what
the
I'm
man's
doing.
very, very good. You got to go
No.
always game as superlative.
No, here's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
The
it's kind of
only man
context
I've
there.
probably seen that is probably with Zidane.
What?
Left
As
foot, right foot, perfect control, passing and shooting is probably Zidane. Tell me who else?
To say you did that?
Seedorf, you say Seedorf, who else? I don't know. Both feet, perfect
We'll say
technique and everything.
We'll say we now talk about Iniesta like 5 seconds ago.
Iniesta
was-
used to do it on one foot. I don't know if he used to do it on both feet all the
Iniesta
time.
had both feet.
Not to the level of not
K-
to the level.
Hey.
Not
KDB is
to the
mostly
level.
right-footed. Sometimes he's pull out the left foot.
No, but when he pull it out, it's crazy.
Then you have a bunch of men we talk about in the same episode.
No,
You have-
listen to what I'm saying.
hold on. You have Frank Lampard. This used to go
Listen
left
to
hand
what-
bullet, left hand
That
pass,
bullet.
left hand,
No,
pass.
No. Listen, KDB to me, I have
I don't wanna-
seen the
I don't want to
technique.
fight on the man.
No, it's not fight down.
That's
but
my
I'm telling
purpose
you-
is not to fight on the man.
I am telling you what I would say about K. Iniesta could not be stopped dribbling a ball. That's why I would rate Iniesta for more
And
than
passes.
anything. His passes were good, but by more Xavi. His passes not good as Xavi. His passes not as good as Xavi.
His no. So you're talking. So when you talk about KDB passes, you said they were intricate, and I know what you're talking about, right? So where it's like a outside the foot killers, a raking
across,
thing,
through ball.
so
I would not note Iniesta for that. I wouldn't do it.
Iniesta, you said intricate true passes. He wouldn't
I am
hit
not saying no,
controlling
but-
possession passes.
But I would not
Okay.
say
The
that.
player-
That's why I would say Iniesta do that.
The
right?
player who I think about the most when people rating up KDB,
Yeah.
why has been getting vexed, is
Yeah.
Steven Gerrard.
I was
So
thinking that.
Yeah.
I told you this before. You need to go and watch. You need to go and watch Steven Gerrard.
No, but you
Because-
don't need to tell me go on your Gerrard. But listen to what I'm saying, right? Steven Gerrard is better than KDB for me. He was in my top 5 midfielders.
Okay.
He is better than KDB.
I don't
But
think I ever hear
anyway.
you use them kind of superlatives to describe Gerard. That you
Oh,
use.
forget-
go back
That's
and
what-
watch it. Go back and watch the whole episode. We have a whole
Otherworldly,
episode
though.
with.
Otherworldly, though.
But I
Yeah,
forget.
because
sorry.
his technique is so good. I am not saying I would not note Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard, you say hit pipe and thing, right? Mostly right-footed pipe, right? You say
Wait.
pipe.
Don't tell me you don't remember passes from Steven Gerrard.
Listen. You're not making me finish my points though. You said pipe and thing, right? But I would not say Steven Gerrard always used to hit left foot, right foot bullet, left foot, right foot passes. I wouldn't say that. But Steven Gerrard was more dynamic than KDB in many ways.
Dog.
He's a better all-round midfielder for me.
Left
And
foot, right foot passes, outside the foot, long ball,
and
long ball.
he is in my top 5. All I'm
Anyway.
saying is KDB's technique in terms of passing, shooting, and control with both feet are out of this world. That's all I'll say about KDB.
I will say so. Anyway, I'm sorry for even causing this because what I was getting at was trying to get to the point where I'm saying, nah. In fairness, Vade, Cristiano not being in the list. Then you mentioned KDB, so I'm like, look, I don't even really see KDB as being what everybody is kind of say. Not that the man is not good. Not that the man is not excellent, really. Not that the man is not excellent, but like I brought up Seedorf, I brought up Gerrard, stuff like that, where people talk about him as like he is this generational. We haven't seen that. We have a bunch of times. Slightly different because they weren't playing for Pep. Slightly different because they weren't on teams that dominated the ball in that way. But the skill set, the vision, the quality, we've seen it. We've seen it, and we disrespected Menaka before.
I never talk about the vision, eh?
Yeah.
I talk about the both feet.
But all that to say, all right, so before Arsenal Jackass is seen this past weekend, they were top 4. Everybody in the league were rating up Arteta.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's rating up Arteta. The job is done and ting.
Yeah, and as soon as he signed the contract.
So in fairness, okay, it will make sense that you look at, okay, who are the best players in the league? You would start looking at, okay, look at the top teams. Who are the players that are most responsible for that team having the season that they have, right? So I forget who was the shortlist. You say Saka was on there? Absolutely. Saka. If Arsenal is 5th, they are 5th because of how Saka has performed this season.
Correct.
There's no question about it. I don't like. They bring in
Ward-Prowse.
No, what's white boy from thing?
Odegaard.
They bring in Odegaard and ting. Okay, fine. It's really Saka. If it was not for Saka, that team would have been 10th or 8th or whatever, right?
Or 9th.
All right. Who else in the shortlist?
All right. So it's
Bowen,
all right. Go ahead.
Ward-Prowse,
Ward-Prowse.
Ward-Prowse is stripping this.
Trent.
Trent in there.
Trent and Cancelo.
Trent and Cancelo in there for me. Son in there.
Mm-hmm.
Bowen
KDB
is in
not
there.
supposed to
Saka
be
is
there.
in there. KDB shouldn't be in there. Salah had to be there. All right. So for me, Ward-Prowse is one of what you're talking about.
Real
That is
strippiness.
strippiness, right?
Yeah,
I don't care how much free kick he score.
Cristiano
No, please.
should be there if Ward-Prowse is.
If
This is
Ward-Prowse
what
is
I'm
there,
saying.
yes.
You're
But-
watching somehow. But all right, all these men.
I don't know what Ward-Prowse even doing there. He's not even a top midfielder. And all right, let me not disrespect the man. So
Nah, he basic.
He's not
He's
in the
good at
top
what he
5
does.
midfielders this season.
He's
No,
good at what he does.
He's not even better
Good
than
at what he
Højbjerg,
does.
though.
Nah,
He's not better than Højbjerg. He is not better
In
than Højbjerg.
open play, no.
Listen.
Yes.
I'm gonna
dead-
triple down on that. He
In
is no
dead
way.
ball,
Dog,
Nah,
he's not even.
in dead
He's
ball-
not even close. He's not even.
Nah,
Dog,
his dead
the
ball
distance
is
between him and Højbjerg is all that.
now his dead ball specialist.
Okay.
Bring it up.
The
bring
ball
it up.
delivery. The ball
Okay.
delivery makes.
So all we
sense.
had to do is not fall around the box.
Or
And he
give
dead.
away corners.
Now on the corners we good. Right?
Nah,
we can mark men on
boy.
corners.
He
We
could
can
only
mark men
corner.
on corners. Right? Bowen Bowen is my player this season because
Ooh, spicy.
Bowen is my
I
player
could
this
see
season,
that.
though.
I could see that. I could.
So-
I could.
Hey, don't play this season, boy.
But here's my criteria. Here's my
I could accept
criteria.
that.
So I want to explain my criteria just like I explained for coach. The way I see player this season. So I've always had a problem with the season award for players because
It's our friend thing.
well, it's like you say, this keep changing what this thing is, right?
Yeah.
So if you're talking about who is the best player in terms of that player's ability, then it's not really player of the season. You're just talking about who's the best player, right? If you understand what I'm saying, the level of players, right? Have some players that are a higher level than the others, so they are the best. Like Messi is the perfect example, right? So Messi was the best player, was the best player in the world. He's the best player in terms of ability.
The man say yes.
Was the best player in the world in terms of ability. So year on year, basically he was getting the award in terms of okay, once he perform in any kind of way, all right, he's the best player, right? Fine. I see player this season as
2008 and 2010 the team. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
I see player this season as it has to be you are having an exceptional season relative to yourself and your level. That's the way I see it. So relative to what your skill set is and the players around your skill set and that impact on your team, that combo is how I look at it. This player had an exceptional season. And from that perspective, for me, the standout performer this year has been Jared Bowen not by far, but by a little distance. Because relative to who the hell Jared Bowen is, relative to the players that are not in the top 4, whatever wingers, blah, 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 like Son and things like that, relative to that, the performances that he put in for West Ham have been, he basically, I don't want to say he single-handedly because Rice had a good season too, but basically, Jared Bowen dragged that team to where they're at right now in terms of what he do in the front.
More than Saka, why?
Yeah. Because in fairness, I think when Arsenal have their full strength team,
They have a very good team.
They're actually not bad. So they actually are probably about 5th place.
Was the team I see them that they just knock all over away and they play.
But the squad thin. So anybody out, Arsenal is looking like a different team immediately. Anybody out. If Arsenal missing Tierney, trouble already.
If Arsenal missing the season unravel.
Even when Arsenal missing one centre back.
Yeah.
If one of them go in trouble, they miss Partey, trouble. If they missing what's his name?
White.
Not White, not but Tommy Asu gone. What happened?
Yeah,
Trouble.
Yeah.
Who's playing on the left? Martinelli and somebody else up front. When Martinelli not playing, who does play?
Emil Smith Rowe, but he was earlier this season.
So it's really Martinelli.
Early part of the season, eh?
So it's really
first 15 games was
it was
10 goals.
He was the boss.
So it's really Martinelli, Odegaard, and Saka, and centre forward, right? But basically, anybody missing from Arsenal, that team is just be real different. But when they're full strength, Arsenal is a pretty good team. For me, when West Ham full strength, respectfully, they're still soft. Like they could still get pung up though. Like they're still liable to get a very unserious result. I don't want to say slap and thing, but they're very liable to they're very liable to draw with Wolves out of nowhere.
They play real good against Liverpool.
I was not
thinking. Man City this last leg here was real.
It have certain games that they raise the game to the right location and they deal with it. But sometimes they do things that
he does get some bad licks up.
But I see. I have to give Bowen. So he blew me out the water this year because so it's not just like FPL he doing points, right? But then you're watching him play. The man is tactically doing things right.
Yeah.
Where he is supposed to be, when he's supposed to be, the pressing, the defending, right? Then there's why is he in the box for the header? Why is Mikel Antonio, the man crossing from the corner and is Bowen going for the header?
Yeah.
Right? But it's all these things where Nah, man, relative to that level, spectacular. For me, Son is very underrated, right? So
Yeah.
so the other racism that's be happening all the time is Asian, right? So people is be hated on black players all the time, but then there's a
Men really hit Son, you know. Arsenal men really hit Son, though.
Because I think there was a foul he do, right? A couple seasons ago or something, where he get away with a foul or something and people really make it into a big deal.
You mean when he kick up at somebody?
Yeah, something so.
And get the red card.
Right. But there's a real dismissal of Asian players though. So Asian players will be good and people just treat them like, yeah, you know, he's work hard, he's run hard for the team, whatever, right?
Yeah,
so Son, people sleeping on Son forever. This Son have you want to talk about left foot, right foot? You want to talk about left foot, right foot? You want to talk about right?
Foot, yeah.
So Son have all that. But for me, I've seen it before. I've seen it before. He has this. I know he has this. Is he doing anything exceptional relative to what I've seen him do? I don't think so. I think more than ever, what's just happening now is Harry Kane is slowly but surely drifting into 10. Right? So his role is very much becoming he's a number 10. Which that means Son becomes more of the focus, so you'll score more goals, but it's the same skill set, it's the same ability, it's nothing like he took himself up a level. So this is kind of where me not being a numbers person, I didn't see Son as a star because of the numbers this season. He's had a good season, but I see it as well. Yeah, you have more numbers because this is how the team playing now. How the team is playing now is usually man going through on goal.
Yep.
So, and then who else was in the bracket there, Zwari? Other than Ward-Prowse, who was there? They had Trent and Cancelo.
No, gosh, we can't. It makes sense discuss now. We are arguing about that.
I can't talk about Trent. I can't talk about Trent no more. If you don't see it by now, dog, I
can't argue with them because them two are the best in their position in the world. They have really fine all the thing. Yeah, I not vex with that. I see a man like Ward-Prowse. And
oh goodness,
that's
Ward-Prowse.
I say about Ward-Prowse, boy.
I don't know how to fit Ward-Prowse into that.
I say Ward-Prowse are going back. I'm not no disrespect to Mr. Ward-Prowse, right? Good
hey,
you.
All the disrespect because he's not supposed to be there.
Ward-Prowse, boy.
He probably win you bring up like a player of the month or something, so I'll show you win one. Because I think he had a stretch where he had a couple of games back to back where you do some free kicks and corners.
James Ward-Prowse. I had the man page up here. Right?
I'll show you when I manager player of the month or something. That's
it was CR7 too. So like we counting that.
Last 15 minutes, they get into team of the season.
CR7 2 overview. Let you see overview.
Let me get my team of the season going there.
Nah, I didn't pick none. I didn't do that homework.
One of my midfielders for team of the season. I ain't sure about it, so I just give him man.
Right, so I tried to make a team that could actually work. I didn't just try to stack it.
Right.
So I do a 3-4-3 based on the players I'm trying to fit in because they're real good, but it had to work. Allison in goal for sure. Mm-hmm. I put Reece James as a right centre back. I put Laporte in the centre. I put Rudiger on the left centre back. Trent as a right midfielder in a 3-4-3. That's right. Cancelo as the left midfielder in a 3-4-3. That's right. Bentancur and Rice in the middle because it's a 3-4-3. I have to have two ways.
Yeah.
Disrespectful. But go ahead. Finish
all right. Listen, I do, And then up front, Salah on the right. Jared Bowen as the false nine coming through, ting. And of course, Son on the left.
Okay.
Is it there?
You gonna go Zade?
Nah, I didn't do that homework,
For me,
I'm not doing this
right?
homework. I don't believe in homework.
Edison and Allison, very close.
Nah.
No, wait.
You're wicked, buddy.
Wait.
Go ahead now, boy.
In terms of clean sheet.
Man is disagree.
In terms of that clean sheet, very close. But Allison, in terms of save percentage, and from eye test, now I want to go. I want to use both of them. Eye test and save percent. Allison, 1-on-1. Everybody else talk about it.
This season I see the light. I used to think they was close, but this season I see the light. Allison does real save 1-on-1s though. He just changed 1-on-1s from
Liverpool
One-on-ones
have played so high, eh? So high.
One-on-ones is
Alisson.
go from being a 70-30 in favor of the striker to 40-60 in favor of Alisson.
Dog,
One is a one-on-one.
you notice
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Liverpool defenders, when men lining up to take a shot, probably at an angle or something, they don't
Just
get
let
in
them
front of
shoot.
the ball, they just let them shoot.
They'll let it pass.
First, them have confidence in the man, they'll say,
It's less chance of deflection too.
I have a big keeper, I ain't going.
No, I not. So just to be clear, credit to David De Gea for me still remains the best shot stopper. Like when it comes to a bullet coming or close range a man head or something and he had to react and do so, David De Gea is the best.
The best
Great
shot
season
ever.
But
so
overall
much
keeper?
nonsense.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Alright, right back. Well, given
Where you playing? What formation you playing?
4-3-3. Trent.
Alright.
Given the guy, I don't want to be unlike Andre, but the guy is too good. And I have seen this
See the
season.
light? You see the light?
No. I've seen this season where Trent had to play 1v1, and I was like telling Andre, "Oh, why nobody helping the man?" And the man have to defend. Anybody who said the man can't defend, wicked right now. This wicked.
Agenda card.
Literally 1v1, and I'm like, "Oh, some hendo, go and help Trent now, boy."
Nah,
I'm not helping the man.
that, don't worry.
Nah, he gets some pain. Like again, Everton,
For
he
sure.
gets some pain,
You get some skill.
but he handled himself. He's not no
Man doing
slouch,
everything, though.
Like I say, dog, anybody who telling me they go right back or whatever never used to get beat, all you must, right? You know what I mean? Stop lying to me.
Must get
I watching football too long. Wing back,
Oh gosh.
right back, wing back.
Must
That
get-
is the
All
that's the
defender.
position. That's the position.
All
Nah, well, especially on the wide because that's usually where the spaces
A wise man
and the tricky wing
once
is.
told me a defender's job is to get beat.
All defenders get beat. All.
No, it was so Henry said it best. Henry said it best when he was talking on with Carragher and them. He said, as an attacker, I just had to win once.
Yep.
Right?
defender.
And that's the reality, right? Defenders, for the most part, will be batting men, you know.
Was it Nesta who said it? That it can be good for 90 minutes and all you need is one chance. And
So
that's it. You play
So
badly.
anybody that's telling me, oh,
you
you
play badly.
they attacking Trents. Anyway, sorry, I don't want to get into Trent. My bad. Go ahead.
My centre backs were Matip and Laporte. To me, those were the
Yeah, Matip was real good.
centre-back
Matip was real good.
in the league, in the Premier
for
League,
sure.
right?
For sure.
Laporte was the only man who kept fit whole season for Pep. Solid defender. I shall never let you go, Laporte, boy. Shall never let you go.
I just want to see when you start to see you.
Nah, don't do that now.
He had a little dip and then all of a sudden.
Yeah, that when you say start to see
I'll
you.
tell you something, I was going to make a madness call, then I'll remind me. Cancelo, the left back for me. I
Yeah.
was
Who you was gonna pick?
Cucurella. Sorry. I was going to play
He's not bad, eh? He's not bad.
Nah, he's not bad. But my apologies to
Cancelo.
Cancelo, right? Sorry. Thanks for reminding me, guys, right?
Wait, so hold on though on your son. Anyway, we could finish and then we could debate some of the picks here. Go ahead.
My defensive mid is Rodri.
Yes.
Listen.
Yeah.
Solid. Came up with that big goal against Arsenal. That goal hurting me still. 90th minute. He scored about 3 games back to back. The most, as Pep said, the most tactically disciplined player in the league.
Yeah, you
Right?
know what to do. Yeah.
He's needed. He do the dirty work. Busquets like. Anyway.
Yeah. Works in a 4-3-3. I can't fight
Yeah.
you.
This was tough too.
Let me hear these two midfielders. KDB, McDougal.
KDB.
Oh god.
KDB and Mount. I don't know who else. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel that way. I really wasn't sure.
Who you leave out in your mind?
I don't know. I'll leave out. Who I'll
You
leave
feeling
out?
like you leave out somebody?
I don't
In
know.
a 4-3-3?
Nah,
I know.
come on.
I don't know who else to put. I don't know.
In a 4-3-3, KDB and Mount.
I know who else to put. KDB had a great ending to the season.
I'm gonna look there and see if I could disagree with that.
Chelsea came third. Start off real good.
Yeah.
Mount score his goal and assist great. He's a great player in terms of eye test against Mount. And then they get Kovacic in behind show if that just maybe I am. But Mount and KDB. Up top, Salah's son.
Yeah.
I almost gave Mane the false nine by giving Kane it, Mane and Bowen honorable mentions. It was, I'm not sure, it feels weird. I don't know why it's so hard to pick a team. Like nobody was consistent enough for the whole season. Besides
find-
Trent and probably Cancelo.
So I end up going 4-3-3.
Rodgers,
I end up going 3-4-3 because I had a real hard time. I find so for the time that he has not been injured,
Who's that?
Reece James has been very, very good.
Yeah.
He's
So,
quite
so,
good.
so this season is where I could finally say to Reece James, all right, it is not as ridiculous to try to put you on the same page anymore.
What's now? When only had Reece James, the man was banging. As soon as I buy the man,
Yeah.
commented on it.
And then you wondered why we say not about Laporte.
But then also, all right, what about Rudiger though? I would say Rudiger has had a better season than Matip. I think so. I thought about Matip. Matip was in my mind too, but I was like, you know what? I can't leave out.
Matip scored a big goal against was it not Southampton? Who they play before? Bro? Aston Villa.
But he now scored a big goal today too.
He scored a big goal
He
today.
scored some crucial goals thinking about it. You know?
Also, if you look at Matip,
No, he's.
and I was asking a Liverpool partner why club rotating him out the big games, and he said, you know, if you want to have a more pace or more physical player, they would put Konate. Because I say Matip is very good. So
As a
for
matter
my
of
eye
fact,
test, I say,
yeah, Matip is the best centre back at Liverpool this season. I will say
think
that.
so.
I'll go on
I
the
think
record and
so.
say that. All right, but then you also had what you went with a 3. Yeah, I mean I can't argue with the 3 in the middle. But
I was
trying to make sure I fit. I'm trying to fit Reece,
yeah, and
Trent, Cancelo. I had to fit all 3 of them. So
Right.
that makes it a 3 something. So because Reece did play as a right centre back and he was actually pretty good.
You know, if I put Kane there, Cristiano could get a shout, you know,
If you put Kane away,
as my 9.
Cristiano can get a shout.
No, I'm thinking about it though. I just thinking about it.
Oh, all them madness.
Why I put Kane there though?
Why you put Kane there?
Yeah.
Because who's the centre forwards in the league? And then if you have Son and Salah, then absolutely your centre forward need to be a man that's drop off. And that's Kane is the best of that.
Yeah, but yeah, KDB. Anyway, fellas, you want to talk about the football heritage, or you have 5 minutes?
Nah, I don't talk about that.
Not tonight.
I don't talk about
Not
that.
tonight. We don't have that
This
5
was
minutes.
bad. It was a long show, but not bad. Wrapping up this season.
Yeah. And
What do you think about this season, boy?
interject.
Liverpool and
Have something to
Pep and-
interject, Ralph now.
boy,
What you say?
Liverpool,
You're Rafael honorable
Man
mention.
City.
Boy, think
way too good.
Who?
Them other teams have real work to do to catch them. Liverpool and
Yeah,
City,
but-
way too
yeah, but it's not them fault.
All right, but him out though. Him out.
good. Yeah.
Are they really that good though? As
They're
fellas,
consistent.
as fellas that saw Pep
Way too good in the
Barca.
Prem. In the Prem.
No, I'm saying in terms of what we've seen. I'm telling you, in my opinion, while English football in general has gotten
Yeah.
better tactically,
Yeah.
system and thing like that, I feel as if the quality has kind of gone down. Now, some of it could be men real tired. This has been a ridiculous season following another
Boy. Yeah.
long summer and thing, and it's going to have a next thing, right? Wherever.
Yeah.
So maybe some of it is that. But I'm starting to look at it and say, but these teams should be a little better than this. So they have tactical, technical quality, but the teams they all kind of soft. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you remember previous seasons of Roy Hodgson, Crystal Palace, they never used to get bust. They hard to beat. That teams that was hard to beat. We talk about Chris Hughton, Brighton, whatever. They were not as good as Crystal Palace, but yeah, they will be a team that's hard to beat. Like how I see in this so clearly for me this season is playing FPL. I play in FPL and I know, they show points, they show goals, and it's like it never used to be that easy. It never used to be so easy for me to say for sure this team gonna get bust up or whatever. Where I don't know. These teams good. They are good. They are very high quality, but maybe that quality is comparatively being, looking like it's way better than it. Because I don't know. Because I was thinking back to, them Pep Jose battles, that level of quality type of thing. I don't think these men close to that. I don't think these men even close to Pep City that smashed up the league. I think this is a level below that team, right? The team with Sané and them. This team is a level below that, I think.
Right.
Yet here they are winning by 20 points. Like, what? How is that possible? You're not even that good. What going on? And when you look at it, the reality is most of the league is transition and garbage. Right? They're in transition, first season of a new coach, or mismanagement for a decade. So garbage. So I don't know if this season, I don't know if it was really as good from them too as it looks.
Okay. So how do you take away from this season? Boy?
It shows how football on paper is totally different from in reality, because around this time last year or at the start of the season, expectations that people had totally went out the window, right? I will say, I mean, everybody, no, for everybody, because I mean, like Crystal Palace was one example, right?
Racism.
They look at the real, there was real thing in the all kind of madness. They're bringing all kind of men for Norwich and Watford and all kind of thing, thinking that they'll do something, right? But
Watford made one mistake though, and that was madness.
Shadow sleep.
Yeah.
Shadow sleep.
Why you feel he's still trying to make up with Pep?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I will see a point on the competitiveness of the league, because a 20-point difference between first and third is not a good long-term thing, right?
Is that's how it used to be with United too, or no? I never used to watch it back then. It never used to be that far.
No. All right. Let me tell you something. You see that year that Jose comes second, and you see that was like his greatest achievement. Any other year, that would have win league. That total 80-something would have win league, right? 74 was good enough to get a guaranteed fourth, right? That's how it was, right?
It's gone, buddy.
24 or 25 or something was good enough to save you from relegation, right? It had certain metrics you had to hit, right?
140
for relegation.
Oh, 40. Yeah, sorry. 40 to be safe.
40, yeah.
40 or something, but 25 was for what, boy? But anyway, and I mean, the league have no excuse, because it's not to say like it's like Bundesliga where it have one ridiculously strong party and everything. Everybody has a general access, not to the same level of resources, but
into heritage there, boy.
No, well, can I enter?
Go ahead.
You know, we entered, but the league is not like the disparity financially is there, yeah, but it's not like you say La Liga or something, or you know. So, but I mean, the selling point of the league right now is the entertainment factor, the unpredictable nature, where anybody could beat anybody, maybe not, you know, right?
But FPL.
Yeah, in terms of the long-term standing, 20 points, dog. But again, you can't fault City and Liverpool for being consistent, because they have made sure to at least get a point whenever they go play a game. So, yeah, I can't vex them. Everybody has to do better.
What's your take there, say?
I am scared
Of Newcastle, or?
for the next season. Well, Newcastle going to be scary, but they beat us already. But I know how consistent they'll be. But when that money start to roll,
the money already rolled, dog. The money
roll
already
it?
rolled, dog. Don't get. I was looking at that today. They spent some money this
100 million, yeah.
Trippier and Bruno.
And this man costs real money. Backup man, Chris Wood.
Oh, wow.
Chris Wood costs like 30 million.
Eddie Howard Johnson looking like a star. Anyway,
Very scared about.
Haaland boy.
Ah.
I don't know if Pep gone ruin him or, but anytime Pep get a man to click, oh my God.
No, we'll see.
That's some
Because I
goals.
mean, don't put it like this. Don't put it like this, right?
A man
No,
say he gonna
like-
be $14 in FPL.
You gonna be what?
Yeah, you're gonna be 14. But don't put it like this, right? Every chance, especially a man like Pep does make, right? He believe he could make it work, right? It might take a little while for him to bed in. Just like, so you can't like write off Grealish just so. You understand? Give the man a little chance.
With Pep, Grealish could end up on the bench and never see.
We know.
And he could make
But guess what?
reinvent Sterling and let Sterling
Guess
play
what?
whole season next season. Pep
Guess
well
what?
then.
Guess what? Pep say, all right, yeah, bring him. I have a plan for him. You know? You understand? The
Pep-
same thing now.
I've seen Pep
I-
throw away real players.
We know. And there's sometimes men does get thrown away. Look what happened with KDB and Salah and thing at times.
Yeah.
It can men it just you gotta understand people performance is also be a function of where they are at what point in the career, you know, right?
Yeah.
One thing I worry
This sound like a Pogba defense. I don't want to hear it.
no, it's not Pogba defense. I bringing in Pogba into it. We know how talented he is, but
Yeah.
that's a different story, right? I wish him well in his future endeavors, wherever that may be, right?
Just down here.
I would have liked it to be here, but it does seem like it likely it's retrievable, it's salvageable.
he
it's
gone.
Yeah, right. So all the best, bro. Big up, right? But one thing I want to see with Haaland is dealing with them. Well, I mean, it's not to say like he a little punk. He big and strong and fairly imposing. Yeah, he could handle himself once he just keep injury free.
Yeah, he is injury prone so far.
Yeah, so I want to see how it will go.
I like to see him versus Haaland. I mean Rudiger.
Yeah. Now Rudiger can't handle that, man.
No.
He too fast though. He fast too.
Yeah,
The problem with Haaland is he's not just big. He fast. He real fast.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
He cannot disgusting. It cannot.
But-
It's hard. It's like Juggernaut. Like
I would be worried. I would be worried about Klopp getting a player like Haaland,
yeah.
or Conte getting a player like Haaland.
I'll be sting.
But Pep, because Pep is so beholden to his system. Right? You just think about it. Pep's system is they don't really play vertical fast. They just advance together as a group. Hey, Haaland needs space to move in too, dog. Don't get me wrong. There's real tap-ins to be scored. There's real plenty to be scored. And there's real bullets in and around the box to be scored. And Haaland had that too. But the scary Haaland that we saw from Dortmund that is running from half line, pushing on little boys on thing, making it look like he pushing on little boys on thing. That not really coming because they don't play like that. But if it was Klopp, I would be scared too. If it was Klopp, that was gonna be scary.
I show FPL.
That's scary.
I'm paying 15. I'm paying 15.
Captain every week.
15 for that.
Gentlemen, a good season. Get it on FPL, but that is
Yeah, no. Hey, I wonder if I get Trini Cup, boy. Oh wait, it's our next round again.
I don't want to talk about this week anyway. Thanks.
This week is your battle.
I want to try and see if I could take it serious from September.
Thanks to
Boys. I holding on for dear life for this 100K, but we will see. Fellas,
thanks for watching.
I exceed expectations. Right, y'all? Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Get up,
peace.